It's been a tough Christmas week in our area for several local families. We've had a kind of a wave of devastating house fires throughout our area, leaving several families without a home. And sadly, that continues tonight. Well, it's pretty promising.
Yeah, it's very neat.
Well, help us get this message out and get it under control, please. It is unbelievable, the spirit of folks here who frankly are used to tornadoes in this part of the country, but not to tornadoes as powerful as this. But for those of us who were in Tuscaloosa in April 27th of 2011 and frankly across the state, these scenes, this damage is eerily similar. And as we said, he's still holding on to a thin lead in Florida, although that changes about every 30 seconds or so. So if either one of those states were to go to President Obama at this point, even though the race is not over, if you look at projections back here in the West where the polls have yet to close, suddenly it becomes a very late night early, if you will, to borrow an old slogan from Yogi Berra, for the folks in the Romney campaign. But again, their hopes rest right here in Florida, in North Carolina, and in Virginia. They need all three of those states at this point. If that old saying is true, that the road to hell is paved with good intentions, well, so is the road to a tax loophole, at least the one that we found, that's costing you billions of dollars a year.
How'd your first national championship game go, all right?
It was not near as exciting as I thought it was going to be, but if you're a Tide fan, it was a good one.
4:30 a.m. on this Monday, December the 30th. Don't do a double take. Yes, I was just here a few hours ago.
Yes.
Happy to be back with you guys. Good morning.
Wow, did you use the cot in the weather?
I should have. If I'd only known I'd be back, I would have.
That's on my bucket list.
I mean, do you get your own juice box with it? You know, like, and who wants to sleep under a dinosaur? I don't know. But boy, they look really excited about it. So I can tell you exactly where I was standing when I first saw the footage of those planes going in, and I was in the cafeteria at college and going on my way to class, and just sat there and looked up at the monitor and happened to see it. And we all know that. But having that connection like she does, it's completely different. It's cathartic for the nation, but for families like that, it's a whole different thing. According to witnesses, those three people inside, a man, a woman, and a small child, are dead. Those robbery suspects, we understand, are still on the loose. Again, this is all breaking, all very preliminary. He actually walked into the front door of the school right there, exchanged pleasantries with the front office staff. They knew him because he used to be a part-time maintenance worker here. But at some point, he made his way down here to the gym, walked in, waving around a gun. Well, Scott, as is almost always the case, there are fresh flowers here at the memorial to those 4 lives lost at 16th Street Baptist Church. And as anybody who's lived in Birmingham for any time knows, it is this sidewalk, this area along the 16th Street Church, where the Civil Rights Movement in 1963 really took a historic and tragic turn right here on the side of this building. Barack Obama will be the first African-American to accept his party's nomination for president, and we will bring you his speech in its entirety. He had been challenged to give some specifics to that message of change we can believe in. Tonight he mentioned things like renewable energy, like unity between Republicans and Democrats, mentioning Republicans who swore they would never have a Democratic ballot. He says he has brought some of them out. He certainly brought about 80,000, 90,000 fans to Mile High Stadium tonight.
Steve, thank you very much. I'm here with City Council President Carol Smitherman. Ms. Smitherman, obviously a historic night. I've been asking everybody this, but in Birmingham, Alabama, what does this mean significantly history-wise?
There are children in Birmingham right now who are being forced into prostitution, even sex slavery. City leaders are hoping to break ground on a new walking and running trail parallel to First Avenue South. You're looking live at downtown tonight, and we're told this is just the beginning of a much larger project. Topping our news tonight, Fox 6 News reporter John Huddleston in studio with more on this story. John, for the future. Thanks, John. Happening right now, I-2059 is back open tonight after an 18-wheeler overturned and started leaking fuel. It happened near the Valley Road on-ramp to 2059 this morning. Police say this truck blew a tire and the driver lost control. As you can see there, what he's carrying, chocolate milk. I mean, a lot of it. Thankfully, nobody got hurt or messy, we're told. The road was shut down several hours for cleanup. There's actually a functioning bathroom, at least a functioning toilet in there that if you had the inclination, and who does, it still works. The story of Cordova's recovery to this point, well, we can tell it in this one small building. This used to be the Regions Bank branch. These were the teller windows. We saw this from the air in Chopper 6 the day after the storm.
Oh, that bank. Oh, look at those teller windows. Oh my gosh.
Now back here on the ground, it's all been swept away, but there is one piece of this building that still remains, and that is the bank's vault. Like the city, the imported part of it is still standing, but the rest, it's been cleared away.
You walk through these streets and you see devastation, much as we saw in our state 2 years ago, but you also see that same resilience that we displayed on the faces and through the speech of the folks that we've talked to here.
Speaking of award-winning beauty, let's get a first check on weather with Fox 6 meteorologist Fred Hunter. Fred, I'm glad you didn't wear your sash tonight.
Well,
Fred, you just confirmed what I've always thought about weathermen, so I appreciate you being honest.
that's what everybody else thinks too.
Happy to be joined now by the governor of our great state. Governor Robert Bentley has made the trip down to Miami. Governor, give us a score prediction tonight. What are you expecting?
Just thought with your Ed McMahon laugh, I might give you.
You're correct, sir. Yes. Birmingham, Alabama, 35201. Good day, pet pick at WBRC.com. Or M. Ferguson for all those jokes, right, Nikki?
How do you get a name like that?
Tutti Frutti, I don't know.
There's any number of theories. Would you like to expound?
I don't know. I just wondering. Hey, the cute cat, though.
You want to share your joke about the garden?
No, we're good. Okay, we have.
She gave you enough rope there, didn't she?
She did. Hang
Gave you
myself.
all the rope in the world.